Sriram, there's a lot of important conversations about technology that is happening in Nairobi today, and I'm talking about the iTech, where we're basically linking innovation, tech, and business, but more specifically SME. Tell us your role in that conference and what are some of the outcomes you guys are expecting.
We have actually partnered with iTech as a digital media partner, and what we are bringing to the table is to encourage conversation amongst the SMEs and also youth who are looking forward to as to how they can get benefited out of these innovations happening. As we all know, the telecoms and the banks with the MVNO licenses are actually bridging the last mile connectivity, and that means it's a bonus for SMEs because the price of last minute connectivity in terms of airtime and data is going down. And with mobile money penetration, the way we have it in Kenya, I think it's a time now that we got to educate SMEs on how they can leverage these innovations that are happening out there and make the best use of it for them to grow their businesses.
Right. Sri, you lead an organization that has won the Vision 2030 Innovation Award, and I'm talking about Kuza Biashara. We have a lot of other players in this space who are innovative, but we don't see their innovation result into solutions for the problems that are facing business in this part of the country. What are the steps that you took that probably gave you an edge?
I've been on my own for the last 14 years as an entrepreneur. I'm more a serial entrepreneur and a social entrepreneur. What took me 6 years in my first business, I managed to do in 6 months in my third business. So what changed? What changed is most of us as SMEs, we don't know what we don't know. That's the same challenge that I'm seeing with small entrepreneurs. All we need to do is to show them the possibility. And that is really the gap that we as Kuza Biashara is trying to bridge. We are in the business of capacity building of micro and small business owners, helping them understand what it takes for them to start conducting their business better and grow their business. With that possibility of understanding what can be done with the learning that we are bringing them and also getting them to network, the learn, connect and grow is the mantra on which we are operating.
Right.
And with more than 24,000 SMEs that we have been working across Kenya, we have been operating, working with them across tier 8, tier 2 and tier 3 towns. We have realized that the learning curve is much, the people out there in smaller places are much more aggressive and eager to learn and grow. It's not about they don't know what financial literacy is, they know how to do it. What they don't know is how they need to manage their business.
Right.
That is the gap that we are trying to bridge.
Every time we have a conversation about innovators coming up with solutions for the societies in which they live in, there's always the issue of we need more government support. Who's going to buy this product? What was this situation like for you and Kuza Biashara and the many products that you've flagged off?
Actually, I did a recent TED talk on why most startups fail. I was sharing my own experiences, the 10 rules as to what you shouldn't do as a startup or a small business. Most of the people try to keep the idea very close to their chest and they think, others will copy. My philosophy is tell everybody what you're doing. The more and more you tell, the more and more you get the feedback and you understand it's not all about the idea, it is about the execution that is extremely important. What I see a lot of small entrepreneurs are failing, where they're failing really is they don't really go and understand what a customer is looking for. If you start with the customer in the middle, understand what are his needs and work backwards in terms of looking at what is the problem that you're trying to solve, look at the business and the economic engine of it and drive it, I guess problems can be solved.
Sri, part of the companies associated to you have come up with a very innovative idea, the Tibu, and you were telling me earlier about that. And from the look of it, it's an innovation product that is meeting the needs of many people in this part of the world. And we need more of that, but we don't see a lot of the techies and the innovations translating into this. A lot of them are caught up in high cost of operations and whatnot. If you're to advise techies watching right now as a pace setter in this industry, what are these things that you can put in place in your outfit to ensure that your focus is more on the product that you're rolling out and less about the administrative costs?
We actually are talking to some of the innovators at Jomo Kenyatta University. This year we actually were partnering with them in terms of supporting them in Tech Expo. We interviewed over 30 plus innovators at Jomo Kenyatta University. Interestingly, all of them have fantastic innovations,
Right.
good technology, very good engineering thinking, but they're not understanding that, it's not just an idea alone. They're not understanding who is the customer, what is the market, how do I price it, how do I position it, how do I place it in the market, what are the market linkages. I guess that's the missing gap. My 2 cents to those tech entrepreneurs who are out there listening to this conversation is that, focus on your idea. Idea is the core, but look at creating those linkages and what it takes for you to really commercialize the idea and reach out to the customer. I guess that's what is a real importance thing.
The products that you do launch obviously do not operate in a vacuum. There's the place of regulation in all this. From the kind of things that you've rolled out at Kuza Biashara and the many innovation pieces that are out there, we're now talking about mobile money. Do you feel that regulation has curtailed innovation?
You need to build the quality of water. As and when you see an obstacle coming in your way, you just need to figure out a way of working around. There is a need of having governance, there is a need of having regulation. But as an innovator, all we got to look at is solve the problem. And you can actually go back and convince and lobby around with the policy makers and make them understand, hey, this is how it works. And I'm sure they're willing to tweak or change, make the change in how things can be done.